things that you hear from your teachers, especially early in the process, is that you have to learn all your scales. And most people respond to that by feeling a bit bored. And it wasn't until, for me, my teacher, Charlie Shoemake, showed me what a scale could sound like that I kind of got the picture. So what I'm going to try to do is explain how I wish it had been explained to me when I started looking at harmony, when I started taking my first dives into trying to understand what harmony was. So my teacher, Charlie, he was a vibes player, but he basically said, right? He made the scale come alive. So I'd like to see if I can help you start in a way that I wish I had. So one of the things I emphasize in the book is to make the connection between the piano and your horn when you start. Instead of just understanding harmony with your brain, intellectually, it's really important to make the connection to how the sound is produced and what a chord is at the piano. So the first one we're looking at is going to be, I'm going to say, a concert B flat major 7 chord. So that's going to be B, D, F, and A at the piano. It's really helpful to be able to see that at the piano. As you hear the sound, you can see it with your eyes, you're making connections. And then I like to spread it out by playing 1 and 7 in my left hand. So that's B flat, A natural, talking in concert, D and F. So that's a nice spread out sound for a concert B flat major chord. And then I'm going to do a number of things while I hold this chord down at the piano. So I have the sustain pedal on, sustain the chord, and then I'm just going to try experimenting a little. Trying to use notes, only the notes of the concert B flat major scale, to see if I can make melodies. The idea being that when I know that I'm in the key of B flat, when I'm playing a standard, I'm not just going to run the scale, right? If I see a B flat major scale in a song, I'm not just going to go. It's not going to be very interesting. I need to know how to make melodies with that scale, and I do that by trying to find them. I'm trying to be a true improviser in this video. I've never played that melody exactly that way before. I was trying to just imagine it in my mind and then deliver it through the horn. Okay, so that's one thing I'll do as I'm learning what a chord sounds like. I'm going to choose the simplest version of a scale I can play against that chord, or the simplest scale choice against that chord, and then I'm going to see if I can make melodies. And then one other activity I'm going to do while I have the chord sounding at the piano is I'm going to see if I can begin to learn to feel how each note feels against that chord. So for example, the root on the concert B flat, the root sounds settled, doesn't need to go anywhere. The third, which is the note D, concert, Sounds very pretty. When I'm hearing it, I hear some other things, so I let them sound. But that I can leave things sitting. That note doesn't have to move to resolve. It's pretty happy where it is. Same thing with the note G. Yeah, the note G is happy, but it has a little feeling of wanting to move in it, especially to the root, also down to the third, and then the fourth chord tone, concert A. That note's unusual among the chord tones in that it really wants to move. That note really wants to go home. So I'm trying to feel that as I go. And now what I haven't played are the three remaining notes, which are the ones that are not being played at the piano. The first note of those is concert D. Sorry, D on the tenor saxophone, concert C. It's a very pretty note, very colorful note, the 9. Very pretty note, has a desire to move. The next one up, the note F, is the note that wants to move the hardest when you're playing a B flat major chord. So that's transposition again, that's F on the tenor saxophone, concert E flat. That note really wants to move to. And finally the note A. The note A on the tenor saxophone, concert G. Okay, so you get the idea. The notes that are not being played in the piano voicing feel like they want to move, feel like they need to resolve. The notes that are in the piano voicing are pretty happy where they are. If you can pay attention to the note that you're playing and what it wants to do, that'll help you start to sense your way towards some new melodies. Okay? Good luck bringing major scales alive.